again, I'm Anat, a traveling yogi. I'm here at the city of Tirana in Albania, but the yoga class I'm going to share with you was actually filmed during the past weekend in Durrës, which is a coast city to the west from here, about 40 minutes. And we were in a vacation weekend for our joint birthdays. We were at the resort. We had a beach to hang out in. We had a pool, we had a spa. We did mostly nothing during the weekend, which was kind of a new experience for me. So I think I might have overdosed relaxation because it was very difficult to think of the words I need to say during the filming of this yoga sequence. So there are brain farts moments, but I still caught mostly all of them. So you're still gonna be able to follow the class. This yoga class is obviously very heavily influenced by the weekend I had, so it's all about a gentle flow of relaxation and stretching to make your body feel good when you do want to move but you don't really want to overdo it, when you feel like you want to give yourself a treat and have like a self-indulgent moment of just enjoyment. This is the class for you. So I hope you will enjoy it and see you later. We're going to begin our practice today lying back on the mat. We're back on the mattress. Bring our knees in towards our chest. Hold each knee with the palm of the hand and then do circles of the knees to one side and then the other. Remember to breathe through your nose. If it's for some reason a little bit cold or stuck, you can breathe through the mouth. And then let's put our hands to the side like in a T. The knees above the hips. And then slowly let the knees go down into the ground. Shoulders staying towards the mat. If for some reason the knees can't get to the ground, then you want to focus on keeping the shoulders on the mat first. And then in the next breath, we'll take the knees back into the center and slowly let them go down to the other side. That feels good. If you want, you can take your head to the opposite side of your knee and take the shoulders back and down and have a nice connection. And on the next inhale, we can bring our knees back into the center. Get the left leg towards the ground and bring the right knee in towards the chest. Hug it closely. Try not to hold pressure in your shoulders or your neck. This is all about relaxation and doing what feels good for the body. Next, we're gonna hold our shin and put the left hand on the left thigh and take our right knee towards the ground. Let's try to keep our left leg going straight up from the mat. You can watch your foot to see if it's in the right position or not. And you can leave your knee like that. You can try maybe straighten the leg and hold your leg do the arch of the foot. Maybe hold it by the big toe. Try to rotate your thighs a little bit to the inside to get a good stretch. And then either with the leg bent or straight, we're gonna release the hand and do a few circles of the leg. So your circle can be with a straight leg, it can be with a bent one, it doesn't really matter as long as it feels good. And then we're gonna do the other side. Slowly rotating. And then we're gonna bring the right leg back to the ground. Bring the left knee towards the chest and hug it closely. Release the shoulders, release the neck. Try to find comfort in your own skin, in your body. And just surrender to the slow movement, to the slow stretch. Again, we're going to take our right hand to the right thigh, holding the shin of the left leg and bringing the knee towards the ground. Getting a stretch to the inner thigh. Maybe straightening the leg, maybe keeping it bent. And take our shoulder blades a little bit back and down. And again, notice if you have any stress in the body and try to melt it away. You can rotate your thighs a little bit towards the inside of the body. It's like how the hands of a clock are moving. So the right leg will move counterclockwise and the left leg will move clockwise in order to move towards the body. Then we're going to release the hand that's holding our left leg and do a few big circles with our leg, either bent or straight. It doesn't matter as long as it feels good. Let's do the other side. And then we will return our leg towards the ground. Let's bend the left leg and put our foot on the ground. Put the right leg on the thigh. We're gonna release the left foot from the ground and bring our legs towards the chest. Now you can do it in motion with no hands at all, and just using the strength of your left leg. Try to bring your legs closer towards your chest. Or you can use your hands to increase the stretch and pull the leg towards you. And if you want a little bit extra, you can put your right hand on your right knee and push it away from you. But again, try to see that you have no pressure in your chest, in your shoulders, no pressure in your knees. Flex the feet if you feel any pressure in this area. Then we're gonna release the legs back towards the ground. Right leg to the mat, left leg on the right thigh. Let's bring the legs back towards us. So I'm going to begin without the hands. And after I feel like down the maximum that I can this way. Gonna add my hands to just a little bit more, a little bit extra. Release the legs back towards the ground and then brings both knees towards the chest. You can hug the knees in and we're gonna roll forward and back, giving our spine a very good stretch as we go. And eventually find ourselves to a sitting position, and from here into child pose. So child pose, your knees can be parallel, or you can put the knees at the edge of the mat, hips going back towards the back wall, hands straight ahead on the mat, shoulders away from the ears, and expand your shoulder blades. We're gonna inhale here, take our head above the mat, and on the exhale, let's move our hands towards the right, chest above the right leg, and sink back into a nice stretch to the left side of the body. Let's push our hips back into the back and into the left corner. For some reason, I thought that left is left. One of the things that happens when you're not a native English speaker. If you need an extra stretch here, you can slowly kind of wobble your left hand towards the right. On the next inhale, let's go back into the center. And then to the left. Sink into the stretch. Shoulders away from the ear. Hips back into the right corner of the room. Try to release any pressure that is not supposed to be in the body while you're doing this stretch. Next inhale, we're gonna move back towards the center and sink into our child pose. We're gonna shift our shoulders a little bit back and down and sink the elbows into the mat. Bring our hands towards each other in a namaste motion, and then take our hands towards the back of the neck. We can wobble the elbows a little bit closer to the head and shift the shoulders again back and down. And this creates a lengthening sensation in the shoulders, and if you push your hips back and down, you might feel also a nice stretch to the both sides of the body, both sides of the waist. Let's breathe here for a few more moments. And on our next inhale, we'll put the hands back towards the mat. Release the head from the mat and move into tabletop. Let's put the hands above our shoulders, knees beneath the hips. We're gonna do some down dogs. So let's inhale and take our chest towards the front of the room. And on the exhale, round the back, take everything in. You can push the mat with your hands. And inhale again, take everything to the expanding of the body, of the chest. Exhale, let's take the belly towards the back. Round it, push the hands towards the ground. Last time, inhale, let's expand our chest. And exhale, take it back in, release. And back to a neutral back. Let's notice our shoulder blades. They're not sinking in. They have some way between them. Like you want to push something from your shoulder blades and don't let your belly drop. You want to also keep your core steady. On the next inhale, let's take our left hand towards the sky. And on the exhale, let's bring the left hand underneath the right. Shoulders towards the ground. You can put your head in. And then we can gently take our right hand forward. You can grab the floor with your tippy toes and put all the palm of the hand towards the ground. And try to open your chest towards the ceiling while keeping the shoulder to the ground. And also keeping your hips square. If you want, you can take your right leg towards the back of the room. And on the next breath, let's return our leg, return the right hand to its place. Inhale, left hand towards the ceiling. Exhale, back beneath the shoulder. Let's do the other side. Inhale, right hand towards the ceiling. Exhale, let's bring it underneath the left shoulder towards the ground. You can release your head and slowly take the left hand forward. Feel your chest wanting to rotate towards the sky while the right shoulder is still on the ground. It's gonna be one of those days, you know. If you want, you can take the left leg back, toes to the ground. You can leave it be underneath the hip. And on our next breath, let's return the left leg, return the left hand. Inhale, right hand towards the sky. Exhale, back underneath the shoulder. Let's dig our toes towards the mat and take our hips up and towards the back. Downward dog. Shoulders away from the ears. Wide shoulder blades. Palm of the hand and fingers are holding onto the mat. Legs can be bent, so you have a lot of room for the spine to grow long and straight. You're in a good place. You can work on straightening those legs, but you really don't have to. Now let's bring a little bit more motion. Let's raise the right leg towards the sky. And on the exhale, let's bring the leg between our hands. Left knee to the ground, release the back foot. Inhale into low lunge. You can leave your hands on the mat. You can put them near your knee, or you can sweep the hands overhead. Try to see that your front leg is 90 degrees angle. I'm going to take my foot a little bit more forward and sink into the front leg as much as it makes you feel good. On the exhale, let's push from the front leg and straighten it, taking our hands next to the leg and stretching it back. Now you can be in the same place you were before, or if you want, you can take the back leg even a little bit more back or front, whatever you need, so it's underneath the hips while you stretch the front leg. Hands can be next to the front foot, or you can take them next to your legs, the back leg. And if you want to work on your balance, you can release them from the mat, but that's not what I'm going for in this yoga practice. I'm more here for the stretch and relaxation. Now I'm gonna take the right leg back to the front, taking my knee a little bit closer. I'm gonna get a little bit height and try to hold the back foot with the left hand. So this is a big stretch for me. There's some people that are very flexible in this area, but for me, this is a lot. So feel free to skip this stretch altogether or do it more, whatever you need. Gonna release the back leg and gently guide our right foot towards the edge of the mat, toes pointing to the outside, lizard pose. So we can be here with the back leg above the mat. We can keep the knee towards the ground. We can be with straight hands. We can go down to our elbows. Everything is possible. This is all about what makes you feel good. But wherever you are, try not to collapse into this pose. Lift yourself up as much as you're releasing down. Push yourself. Make sure your shoulder blades are wide. The neck is in continuation of your spine. Try to release tension from the neck. And on the next breath, let's straighten our hands back. Take the back knee above the ground and the front foot back and up, three-legged dog. And take the foot back towards the ground. You can take a break here in child pose. You can do a vinyasa. And when you're ready, we're gonna do the left side. So when everybody is back in downward dog, on our next inhale, we're going to take the left foot towards the sky. Exhale, let's take it between the hands. Back knee towards the ground into a low lunge. Hands can be still on the mat, near the knee, or sweeping them up overhead. Let's make sure our front foot is 90 degrees. And if it feels good, we can sink a little bit more into that front leg. But make sure that your thighs are back into the joint. Gotta remember to keep breathing. A few more moments in this stretch. On the next inhale, let's push from the front leg to the back, straightening the front foot. Taking the toes above the mat, stretching the back of the leg. And again, if you need to adjust your back leg a little bit so you feel a nice comfortable stretch for you, that's totally okay. You can have your hands next to your foot. You can have it next to the back knee. Whatever feels comfortable for you. Whatever your needs are. Remember, this one is all about relaxing into your body, allowing it a nice deep stretch. Next, let's bend our front knee back. Adjust the back leg if you need. I'm gonna rise up a little bit, and then I'm gonna bend the back knee, trying to get hold of the back foot and bringing it closer towards the back leg. I'm trying to keep my shoulders square to the front while doing this stretch. And again, remember, it needs to be good for you. I love it when I lose my focus when I videotape myself. You see, this is why drishti is so important, where you have to have a place where your eyes can focus. And when you change it, you need to be minded of it. Not like I was before. Let's release the back foot and take the front one towards the edge of the mat, toes pointing outside. Lizard pose. Again, whatever variation works for you. I'm going to take this one with my knee above the ground this time, because I want to really focus on this levitating motion and holding a pose that is both requires strength but also allows for a nice stretch for the thighs. Let's release any tension we have in our faces, in our necks, in our toes. And on the next inhale, let's all straighten our hands. Take the back knee off the ground and the front foot back and up. Three-legged dog, and then gently bring it back towards the mat. Legs hip width apart, shoulders back, shoulder blades wide, palm of the hands and fingertips grabbing the mat, hips back and towards the sky. We're gonna do a few twists here. So we're gonna release the left hand and bring it towards the right foot, twisting our torso, looking underneath our right hand as if we are looking through a window. Keep pushing from the right palm, shoulders still back, shoulder blades wide, and release the left hand. Big inhale and exhale. Let's do it on the other side. Right hand towards the left foot. You can grab your ankle. You can grab a little bit higher on the leg if you can't reach it. Try not to grab your knee. And then hips still back towards the sky. Shoulders, blades are wide, shoulders away from the ears, and head is looking through the window underneath the left hand. Keep on breathing, and then release the hand towards the front. Again, we're gonna take a break in a child pose or do vinyasa. Whatever feels good for you before we move on to our next part. When we all back in downward dog, let's take the right leg towards the sky. Then exhale, let's take the knee towards the chest. Release the knee to the ground and take the back leg to the mat. Now we're going to do a pigeon pose. And the way we came into the pose is, the way we came into the pose is a very mild variation. So you might not as feel as much stretch as you need. If you need a bit more of a stretch, you can take your knee more towards the right edge of the mat and your front foot towards the left side. So the more parallel your front leg is to the front of your mat, the more stretch you are going to feel. And the less harsh of an angle you have between the thigh and the shin, the easier it will be. So find the place that is right for you. Make sure your hips are in the middle, and then let's release down into pigeon pose. You can put your fist on your fist and then your forehead on top of them. And again, releasing any stress on the shoulders, the neck. Finding our place. Trying not to sink into one side too much. Finding our balance and keeping our hips square. And it's totally okay to have a less harsh stretch today. Remember, yoga is not a competitive sport. It's your own practice. What your body needs the most. Remember to breathe in and out. In our next inhale, let's straighten our hands again. Dig the toes towards the mat and take the front leg back and up, three-legged dog, and release it back towards the mat. Shoulders away from the ear, shoulder blades wide. Let's take the left leg up towards the sky. Exhale, knee towards the chest. Release it in between the hands. And release the back leg towards the mat. Let's find the right positioning for us. You can take the left knee more towards the edge of your mat. Your foot can be as parallel as you need it to be to the front of the mat. Keep your hips square. You can leave your hands at the front of the mat. You can take them to the side. Maybe rise a little bit, opening the chest. And when you feel ready, melting into the ground. You can put your palm on the mat. You can have one fist on your hand and then your forehead. Whatever feels right for you. Try not to sink into one side or the other. See if you can keep your hips square. I know that I'm having trouble with that today because my bottom is so squeezed for some reason. But this is a good stretch for it. Few more breaths here. Let all stress melt away. And then we're gonna go back to straight hands. Dig the toes towards the mat, front leg back and up. Three-legged dog, maybe a little bit more of a stretch. And then releasing the leg back towards the ground. And then knees back to the mat. Releasing all the way. Belly towards the ground. And put the palm on the palm, the forehead on them, releasing everything. I'm gonna do a little bit of a back bend. So you can choose if you want to do a little baby cobra, if you want to do phoenix pose. I'm gonna do the phoenix pose, but feel free to do anything that feels right for you. So let's make sure that our legs are hip width apart or close to each other, whatever feels good. Hips towards the ground. Let's collect our core, engage it. Back of the feet towards the ground as if your knees are levitating above it from that pressure. And then inhale in, and on the exhale, take your head up and the elbows in beneath the shoulders. Expand the chest, look forward. Feet are still digging into the mat, core is still engaged, hips are still pushing forward, shoulders back and down, phoenix pose. Inhale in, and on the exhale you can imagine your Fine. Going a little bit closer towards your chest. Open a little bit more. And then release down, elbows to the outside. Maybe even bend the knees and shake them a little bit from side to side. Now let's scoop ourselves back into a child pose. I'm gonna turn towards you. And inhale into tabletop. We're gonna leave our left leg as it is and take the right leg to the outside. And we're gonna have a little nice stretch to the inner thighs. So as comfortable as you feel, start to slide your right leg to the outside. Hips a little bit to the back. It can be with straight hands or on your elbows. Whatever feels good to you. Take your bottom to the back and feel the nice stretch. Again, one that feels good to you. You don't need to be where I am. You don't need to be where you see your friends when you're doing yoga together. Listen to your own body, what it needs. Inhale in, let's scoop ourselves back into the center. Releasing the leg and back into child pose. Inhale back to the tabletop. Let's do the other side. Let's take the left leg towards the side. The right leg is going to stay where it is. And slowly start to take the left leg towards the side. Find what's right for you. Make sure that your foot of the right leg is beneath the knee. Let's even take our hips a little bit more to the back if you need. That stretch feels so good. And then we're gonna scoop ourselves back into the middle. Tabletop position. We're gonna put our right knee in the middle, left knee behind it, and sit back towards the ground. Both sitting bones are trying to get to the ground. Knees are stacked one above the other. If you don't feel comfortable here, you can try the same thing with your right foot to the mat. And if that doesn't feel comfortable, you can come into Sukhasana, comfortable sitting pose. So whatever you need to do to make this comfortable for you. Feel the both of the sitting bones reaching to the ground. Let's take our hands out into the side, and on the exhale, left elbow above the right, hands reaching towards each other, shoulders back and down. Let's take the elbows up, shoulders down. Keep your ribcage closed. Inhale in, exhale out. Inhale, let's try to take our elbows a little bit higher, shoulders towards the ground, ribcage in, and exhale, release. Let's take our left hand and bring it towards our shoulder blades. Shoulders are backing down, sitting bones still going towards the ground. And if you want to have a little bit more stretch for the triceps, you can grab the elbow and take it a little bit deeper. Notice that you don't round your back here, that you don't let your neck lean forward. Try to sustain length in your spine all the way from the crown of the head towards the sitting bones. If you want, you can take the right hand and reach back into the shoulder blades, trying to touch finger to finger, hand to hand. And if you can grab it, great. If not, you can grab your shirt to the other side and push your elbow up, down, and back, but keeping the rib cage in. Inhale here. Exhale out. One more inhale and exhale. And then release everything forward. Towards the knees, round back. On the exhale, going back out, shoulder blade by shoulder blade. Let's do it on the other side. Back into that tabletop. Let's take the left leg to the front, the right leg in the back, and let's sit back down in our cross-leg position. Find the right position for us to be right now. You can be here, you can put the left leg towards the ground, you can be in Sukhasana, whatever feels good for you. And then taking the hands to the side, right elbow above the left, hands sticking to each other, creating this closed circle of muscles. Inhaling, elbows up, exhale, shoulders back and down, keeping the rib cage closed, sitting bone towards the ground. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, let's try to take our elbows a little bit more towards the sky. Shoulder blades back. And exhale, release. Let's take the right hand towards the shoulder blades. Elbow pointing to the sky. And if you want to take this stretch and make it a little deeper, we can do it with the other hand. Both shoulders are back and down. Creating length from the top of the head all the way to our sitting bones. And then taking the left hand towards the shoulder blades, maybe meeting the hands, maybe grabbing the shirt, elbows up, down, and to the back. That's keeping the rib cage closed. Inhale here, exhale out. One more breath. And exhale, release down, round the back. Such a nice stretch. On the exhale, let's straighten our back, shoulder blade by shoulder blade. Shoulder vertebrae. Man, I'm just mean words today. They don't want to connect in my mouth. But I'm okay with that. Let's take the left foot and put it to the right of our knee. I'm gonna Actually, we're going to change sides so it will be easier for you to see. Let's inhale, bring our hands overhead, and on the exhale, taking our right hand to the back, left hand towards the knee, a gentle twist. Looking to the back. And back to the front. Now let's do the other side. Left knee towards the ground. Right foot to the left of the knee. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, left hand to the back, right hand is gonna hug the knee. You can continue the twist with our eyes, our gaze, chest open. If you want to deepen your twist, you can put your elbow to the inside of your knee and get a little bit deeper twist. And then release to the front, straightening both our legs. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, Paschimottanasana, releasing our chest towards the legs. Hands can come to the mat. Let's straighten our back, our spine from the top of the head till the sitting bones. And on the next inhale and exhale, we can round the back, release it, and then come back up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Let's bend our knees, take our hands forward, create a C shape in the belly, shoulders back in the joints, and then slowly going back and down towards the mat. We're going to do the last few poses of this sequence. Shoulder stand, halasana, fish pose, or creating an arch in our back, and then Gurdal Shavasana. Let's inhale in, taking our hips above the chest. Shoulders away from the ear, creating space in the neck, legs trying to grow up. When you feel like you had enough, you can take the legs overhead, hands towards the mat, halasana pose. Feet can be pointed or flexed. Hips are still above the chest. You can bend your knees here. You can round the back and maybe move your hips a little bit to have some nice stretches to the butt. Maybe taking the legs towards the ears. And when you want to get out, hands are like your brakes. So you're gonna go slowly down, vertebrae by vertebrae, hands helping you, keeping yourself in control. releasing everything. Then let's go into our fish pose, or just straightening the legs and hands overhead, taking the chest up from the mat, from the shoulders and the bottom. If you want to do fish pose, you are more than welcome. And then release everything. Taking the hands to the side of your body, palm facing the ceiling, legs about as wide as the mat, letting the feet sink, the hips, the hands, the head, chin a little bit towards your chest. Let your jaw drop. And let's enjoy a few moments in Shavasana. You can focus on the sensation of your body meeting the mattress. The feeling of your clothes against your skin. The sounds that surround you in the place you are right now. Let it all sink in. And if you find your mind wandering, that's okay. Just notice that it happened. And gently, without any criticism, guide your thoughts, your mind, back to the place you are in right now. To the sensation of the ground against your body. And when you feel ready, you can bring your legs to your toes and do fingertips. Maybe moving. You can circle the joints if you want. Maybe slowly moving the head from one side to the other. Then slowly, gently turning to one side. Knees towards the chest. Hand can be used as a pillow. The last few moments of our practice. Last few moments of just you with your body, your mind, and your soul. You can try and notice what you're feeling right now. Do you feel plain? Do you feel released? Anxious, happy, calm? Are you occupied by thoughts of things that are to come or were in the past? Whatever it is, notice that it's there. And it is a part of you. Everything has a place inside of us, even the negative things. When we give them room, to be. We can befriend them, maybe gently start to work towards something new for ourselves. You can keep your eyes closed as we slowly move towards the castle. Sitting bones towards the ground, shoulders back and down, top of the head towards the sky. Let's bring our hands towards the chest. Try to feel the pulse of the heart through our big thumbs. The heart is beating, breathing, leaving every minute, every second. Taking the hands to the third eye. Our mind, our thoughts, our ability to vision the future, to vision a reality. How would we like to feel, and how can we create that reality today with the resources that we have available to us right now? Let's take the hands to our lips, to the mouth, a way to communicate with the world, with ourselves sometimes. Our words have incredible strength to create a reality, to impact people, to create change. So let's try and use our words with compassion and be honest with what we are feeling, thinking, and saying. Let's inhale in and take our hands up, and exhale, release everything back into the universe. Namaste. Have a beautiful day.